the emerging generation doesn't seem to have the same access to things that maybe folks like you or I had growing up. And I hope that you can bear with me here for a second and definitely leave your thoughts and your comments down below based off of your perception and your experience, because I can tell you from my experience, I deal with folks in their 20s and 30s each and every single day. I got about 300 of them that I deal with. And in this generation that is emerging, I see and hear and have a strong sense of a desire for something that is bigger than themselves. They're looking for value and ethics, purpose, direction, and motivation. Sometimes it's not an overt statement like, where is this? Can I have that? But it's there nonetheless. But what they get fed from, quite frankly, folks from my generation and our seniors is something that is absolutely contrary to what is good, right, and decent. They're not fed value-based characters. They don't have access to things that I believe that, again, that we had growing up. There's still a desire for something more, for some kind of value and purpose. And so I think that the challenge for us is to realize that we need to live our lives with a sense of virtue about it. That we need to live selflessly. That we need to be driven men and women of character. That every thought, word, deed that we have and execute, there's a consequence to it. And it is going to draw and lead people to what they desperately need, or it is going to push them back and away and into the open and welcoming arms of this blackness of society that's all around us. I think we can do better than what we have been doing. I think we need to. You know, when you think about things as basic as leadership, right? So leadership ultimately is about doing two things. It's about accomplishing a mission, if you will, and taking care of those that are in your charge. Well, leadership is not taught in schools. It's not taught in the workplace as well as it should be. And our family structures are falling apart. And so this emerging generation, it needs and wants to know what leadership is. But we're doing a piss poor job of living it, demonstrating it, both in our life and in society as a whole. And regardless of whether you're in a leadership position or not, we are all leading ourselves. So when we think about this, about what leadership is, right? Accomplishing a mission. You have to know what your mission and purpose is. Again, even if we're just talking about ourselves. What is your purpose? What's driving you? Where are you going? What goals do you have in both the short term and the long term? What actions are you taking right now on a daily basis to walk towards where you say that you're trying to go? Because everything that we do is taking us somewhere. The hard truth is, are we honest with ourselves in knowing where those steps are taking us? Going out and getting drunk, having sex with anything that says yes, is not going to take you to a destiny of where we are all ultimately trying to go. Because I'm sure that we all want better tomorrows than today's. I'm sure we want better futures for our kids and more opportunities for them. And I'm sure that we want our neighbors and our community at large to grow together and be strong with one another. So we have to make sure that each and every single day what we do, we understand that it has an impact on us and those around us. So first, right, just begin with identifying what those goals are. What are the tasks that we need to accomplish? And then get after them. And odds are, like with most things, we're going to stumble and we're going to come across some new waypoints that we need to try to get to, and we're going to have to circumvent some obstacles. And the conditions are going to suck, and that's okay, because it's just one step in front of another until we get to where we're trying to go. And so we have this other aspect of leadership, and that's taking care of those who are in your charge. And again, whether or not you have a person, or you have a family, or whether you just have yourself, what are you doing to take care of yourself? Your mental, your spiritual, your physical well-being, your health and your fitness. Are you wasting it away on everything that is offered to you online? Are you getting after some sort of physical fitness in your life? Do you have some kind of routine? Do you have some people you can do things with? Are you reading? Are you studying? Taking care of our minds? Are you overly stressed out and anxious? Do you have people to talk to work things out with? Do you recognize your relationship with something that is bigger than yourself? And how do you connect with this? You have to take care of these things. Again, if you're going out and giving yourself to each and every single vice that you can find, whether it's drugs, alcohol, sex, games, whatever it is, you're going to find that it's going to have a significant impact on who you are. So we need to be cognizant of these things and take care of ourselves. And believe me, friends, if you do have somebody that's in your charge, if you're in a relationship, if you are not taking care of yourself, you will never truly be able to take care of those who are around you. Because what you are dealing with is going to have a significant impact on your relationship with your spouse, on your kids, on your coworkers, and on your teammates. We need to take time to break bread. We need to take time to disconnect so that we can continuously redefine our purpose, understand where we are and where we're trying to go, and develop a plan for how we're going to get there. I think as these folks are looking for these things and how to lead oneself and how to lead a family and a community, regardless of how big our cohort is, we should be cognizant as folks are trying to figure this out, that we need to be patient, even as we are being just. Help people understand where they are in time and space. Give people a way to accomplish their goals. Because if we're out telling people ultimately to be nothing but mini-me's and to do everything my way or it's the highway, then ultimately we're just going to alienate the people that we're trying to communicate with, and what we're saying is never going to be received. So team, this is just some stuff I've been chewing on, if you will, thinking about. Again, I think, we need to do better. Again, I'm looking forward to your thoughts and your comments down below as we all continue to chew on this together. Because we're all spread out. We're on the East Coast, we're on the West Coast, we're up north and down south, and we're overseas. But even though our community is a little bit smaller, it can be a little bit more intentional in being able to build up and edify one another to carry on the good fight that I know that you're out there doing. And so I challenge you to not give up in this walk and in this journey. Keep moving. Don't lose faith in what is right. I appreciate you guys. Team, until then, you stay out there, you keep grinding, and you stay stoked. Team, if you want to master your craft and develop your tactical virtue, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so that you can stay up to date on future content. Consider becoming a channel member. It's going to give you exclusive access to content not available to anybody else. I appreciate you guys. Until then, you stay out there, you keep grinding, and you stay stoked.